Bellatrix Lestrange is one of the most infamous characters in the Harry Potter series, known for her unrelenting cruelty, fanatic devotion to Lord Voldemort, and unparalleled skill in dark magic. She embodies the darkest corners of the wizarding world, a character driven by power, blood purity, and an obsession with her master. Yet beneath her sinister exterior lies a fascinating story of family, loyalty, and the devastating effects of blind devotion. In this deep dive, we will explore Bellatrix's life in depth, uncovering her origins, her rise within Voldemort's ranks, and the legacy of destruction she left behind. The Noble House of Black, Bellatrix's early life. Bellatrix Black was born in 1951 into the ancient and noble House of Black, a family renowned for its pure blood supremacy and allegiance to the dark arts. As the eldest daughter of Cygnus and Druella Black, Bellatrix grew up steeped in the elitist ideals of her family, believing in the superiority of pure-blood wizards over all others. Bellatrix was raised alongside her two younger sisters, Andromeda and Narcissa. While all three sisters were initially influenced by their family's beliefs, their paths would ultimately diverge dramatically. Andromeda rejected the Black family's ideology, marrying a Muggle-born wizard, while Narcissa upheld their values but avoided becoming directly involved in Voldemort's war. Bellatrix, however, embraced the darkness wholeheartedly, becoming the family's most zealous adherent to the pure-blood cause. At Hogwarts, Bellatrix was sorted into Slytherin, where she thrived among like-minded students who shared her ambitions and beliefs. Her time at Hogwarts solidified her skills in magic, particularly in the dark arts, where she excelled with a natural talent that would later become her hallmark. Marriage to Rodolphus Lestrange. After finishing her education at Hogwarts, Bellatrix married Rodolphus Lestrange, another pure-blood wizard from a prominent family. However, their marriage was not one of love, but rather an arrangement that reinforced their shared pure-blood ideologies. Bellatrix's true devotion was never to her husband, but to Lord Voldemort, whose power and vision captivated her in a way no one else could. Rodolphus and Bellatrix became loyal Death Eaters together, but it was Bellatrix who rose to prominence as one of Voldemort's most trusted and fanatical followers. Her marriage became secondary to her role within the Dark Lord's inner circle. Devotion to Voldemort. The Fanaticism of Bellatrix. Bellatrix's allegiance to Voldemort went beyond loyalty. It bordered on obsession. She revered him as a godlike figure, dedicating her life to serving his cause and proving her worth. Unlike many other Death Eaters, whose loyalty wavered under pressure or fear, Bellatrix's devotion was unshakable. Her relationship with Voldemort was complex and one-sided. While Voldemort valued her unwavering loyalty and formidable magical abilities, Bellatrix's devotion was deeply personal. She craved his approval and recognition, seeking to please him at every turn. This dynamic fueled her ambition and made her one of his most dangerous followers. The First Wizarding War. Bellatrix's rise. During the First Wizarding War, Bellatrix quickly established herself as one of the most feared Death Eaters. She played a key role in Voldemort's campaigns, participating in raids, assassinations, and torture to further his agenda. Her skill in dueling and her mastery of the Cruciatus Curse made her a deadly opponent. Bellatrix's fervor and sadistic nature were unmatched. She took pleasure in inflicting pain, seeing it as a means to demonstrate her power and dominance. This ruthlessness extended even to her enemies' families, as she showed no mercy to anyone who stood against Voldemort. The fall of Voldemort and Bellatrix's imprisonment. When Voldemort fell after attempting to kill Harry Potter, Bellatrix was one of the few Death Eaters who refused to believe he was truly gone. While many of her fellow followers went into hiding or claimed to have been under the Imperius Curse, Bellatrix remained steadfast in her loyalty. Determined to find and restore Voldemort, Bellatrix, along with her husband Rodolphus, his brother Rabastan, and Barty Crouch Jr., captured and tortured Frank and Alice Longbottom, prominent Aurors, and members of the Order of the Phoenix. Using the Cruciatus Curse, they sought to extract information about Voldemort's whereabouts, leaving the Longbottoms permanently incapacitated. For this heinous crime, Bellatrix and her co-conspirators were captured and sentenced to life imprisonment in Azkaban. Her trial became infamous as she defiantly declared her loyalty to Voldemort, vowing that he would return and reward her for her faithfulness. Azkaban and escape. Bellatrix's years in Azkaban only hardened her resolve. Unlike many prisoners who succumbed to despair under the influence of Dementors, Bellatrix's fanatical devotion to Voldemort shielded her from complete hopelessness. She clung to the belief that he would return and liberate her. In 1996, Bellatrix's faith was rewarded when Voldemort rose again and orchestrated a mass breakout from Azkaban. Bellatrix rejoined his ranks, more dangerous than ever. Her time in prison had only sharpened her hatred for Voldemort's enemies, and she was eager to prove her worth once more. The Second Wizarding War. Bellatrix's Reign of Terror. During the Second Wizarding War, Bellatrix became Voldemort's right hand, carrying out his most brutal orders. She was responsible for numerous atrocities, including the murder of Sirius Black, her own cousin. In the Battle of the Department of Mysteries, Bellatrix killed Sirius during a duel, taunting Harry in the process. This act cemented her as one of the series' most despised villains. Bellatrix's cruelty extended to her own family. Her obsession with pureblood supremacy led her to disown and despise relatives like Sirius and Andromeda. However, she maintained a close bond with her sister Narcissa, despite occasionally questioning her loyalty. In Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Bellatrix demonstrated her cunning and influence by assisting Draco Malfoy in his mission to kill Dumbledore. Her mentoring of Draco showed another facet of her character, a twisted sense of loyalty to her family, albeit one driven by Voldemort's demands. The Battle of Hogwarts and Bellatrix's downfall. Bellatrix's final stand occurred during the Battle of Hogwarts, where she fought fiercely alongside the Death Eaters. In the climactic moments of the battle, she dueled Molly Weasley, a fight that ended in Bellatrix's death. Molly's triumph over Bellatrix was a moment of poetic justice, symbolizing the power of love and family over hatred and fanaticism. Legacy. The complexity of Bellatrix Lestrange. Bellatrix Lestrange remains one of the most iconic villains in the Harry Potter series. Her character represents the dangers of blind devotion and the corrupting influence of power. Despite her monstrous actions, Bellatrix is a nuanced figure, a product of her upbringing, environment, and choices. Her story serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of fanaticism and the ways in which loyalty, when misplaced, can lead to destruction. Bellatrix's unwavering faith in Voldemort ultimately led to her downfall, but her impact on the wizarding world and the lives of those she tormented cannot be overstated. Conclusion. A dark legacy. Bellatrix Lestrange's life was one of power, cruelty, and tragedy. Her story is a stark reminder of how hatred and obsession can consume a person, turning them into a force of destruction. While she stood as a symbol of fear and darkness, her ultimate defeat at the hands of Molly Weasley symbolized the triumph of love and resilience over evil. What do you think of Bellatrix Lestrange? Was she purely evil or a tragic product of her environment? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the wizarding world's most fascinating characters.